Good day, everyone. Our topic for today is linguistic borrowing and language contact. So, here is our table of contents. First is language borrowing, types of language borrowing, language contact, and types of language contact. So first is the language borrowing. The abstract noun borrowing refers to the process of speakers adopting words from a source language into their native language. So language borrowing is the process by which speakers adopt words or expression from a source language into their native language. This usually happens due to the trade, colonization, education, media, or close social interaction. For example is the garage is borrowed from the French word, and another example is the karaoke is borrowed from the Japanese word, and cartoon is from Italian. So there are several types of language borrowing. First is the loan word. The word and the meaning are borrowed. For example, yuyu, the name of this popular string toy, is believed to have come from either the Ilocano or Tagalog term yuyu, which means come or return. The second is the loan translation. It is a literal word or translation of both parts of lending compound. So, loan translation, this is a word for word translation from another language. For example, the Spanish phrase El momento de la verdad is translated into English as the moment of truth. So next is the third one is the loan redemption. The translation is vaguely captured the original meaning. For example, the refrigerator is translated as icebox in Chinese. The fourth is the loan blend. It is composed of borrowed words from different language. For example, balikbayan box. The word balikbayan is a Filipino word which is a Filipino words, while box come from the English language. So the fifth and the last type of language borrowing is loan shift, also known as semantic loan. It is a change in the meaning of word under influence of another language. So the loan shift is this happened when the meaning of word changes because of influence from another language. For example, Mumbai, commonly known as Mumbai, is the most populous city in India, but in the Philippines it means Indian. And another example for loan shift is the word salvage. Originally means to save, but in the Philippines English, it is commonly means to kill. So now let's move on to language contact. So it has been a subfield of historical linguistics concentrating on changes in languages due to influence from other language rather than eternal change. It occurs when a speaker of two or more language or varieties interacts and influence each other. Language contact occurs when a speaker of two or more languages interact regularly and influence one another. This is an important area of study in historical linguistics. So there are also different types of language contact. First is the code switching, the use of more than one language by a speaker within an intercourse with other. For example, a multilingual Filipino speaker who can speak in three languages like Cebuano, in Tagalog, and in English. That is code switching. The two is borrowing. A word from one language is adapted for use in another. For example, umbrella is an Italian word that refers to the device used as a protection against rain and sun. So the third types is the language shift, a change from the use of one language to the use of another language. For example, Justin moves from Australia to the Philippines and uses another language, which is English, and then associate with native in the Philippines who speak Filipino. His language could be replaced. That's the language shift. And the fourth one is pidgin. It is a contact language that is developed in a situation where speaker of different language need a certain language to communicate. For example, Anis, Baby Talk, Digimon, or Konyo. Lastly is the Creole, a complete language used in a community and acquired by children as their native language. For example, ani is Taglish. Um, for conclusion, language borrowing and language contact show how languages are dynamic and constantly evolving. Through interaction, migration, education, and culture, languages influence one another, enriching vocabulary and meaning while reflecting social and historical connection. That's all. Thank you for listening.